Hi, I'm Belle, welcome back to my channel. It is Wednesday the 17th of April 2019 and yesterday, Tuesday, I went to group and weighed in, so I'll let you know how my week went and also let you know how I got on when I went to group. So this is week 2 in my new job. I always knew it was going to be really busy. I always knew it was going to be a lot longer day than I'm used to. I always knew I'd have to get up mega early and yeah, it is pretty full on. I'm sure I'll get used to it, but I will be out of the house every day for a minimum of 12 hours, sometimes longer, sometimes a bit shorter, but mostly around 12 hours every day. And when I'm at work, it is literally working, like I am busy. So over this last week, I have just wanted to have stuff that was really quick, and also when I've kind of been getting in from work, I've just wanted to eat things that I don't have to do anything to. I mean, last week I was so tired. I had a cold last week as well. But last week I was so tired that even putting something in the microwave felt like it was an effort. So I'm a bit better this week. I'm obviously kind of getting used to it. But yeah, Slimming World just was not a priority for me. I think I had maybe 3 or 4 days out of the week where I was like super on plan. And then the rest of the week, I just kind of ate what I wanted without beating myself up, without being too strict. So that doesn't mean that I was eating like fast food and like pizza and things like that. I was eating just kind of a lower calorie, kind of grab and go, kind of as if I was, I guess, calorie counting. But in actual fact, I wasn't calorie counting. But like, for example, at lunchtime, if I only had like 5-10 minutes to grab and eat my lunch, then I would grab a kind of 300-ish calorie sandwich, a Diet Coke and a packet of low-cal crisps, and that was fine. If I wanted to have like a packet of chocolate buttons, then I did, but I didn't feel like that then meant that the whole of the rest of the day was off plan and like it meant that I had to eat everything. It didn't mean that I was eating like mega high calorie dinners, not at all. I'd come home and eat kind of something pretty Slimming Worldy really. Like I had a lot of the kind of raw carrot batons and like quite a lot of fruit, like apples, bananas, things that were just really quick, cherry tomatoes, baby Belle lights, things like that. So but you know, hands on heart, I guess I was probably properly on plan, food optimizing and all of that, yeah, like 3-4 days out of the 7 I reckon. And then the other days I was just trying to be like mindful of what I was eating, but not by any means food optimizing. And then at the weekend, my family asked me out for dinner, and normally when I'm being mega strict, I'm like, take my own food with me. I am always, if we're not going somewhere that I can be like kind of totally on plan, then I don't go. And yeah, just kind of, I don't really sort of let myself just enjoy the time with my family without worrying about what I'm eating. And this weekend I just thought, sod it, I want to enjoy myself. So I definitely didn't go wild. We went for Thai and I didn't overeat at all, but I didn't count sins. I didn't have a pudding, other people did, but I had a lovely night and I don't regret it for a second. I had a really fun time, and I think what I feel is that over this last week, and you know, I've had a choppy-ish ride over the last couple of months, as you've all seen. I've had weeks where I was super strict on Slimming World and didn't get the results I wanted. I've had weeks where I've kind of gone off the rails and eaten everything, and I feel now I'm sort of a bit more at a kind of balanced point where I'm definitely not feeling the need to eat absolutely tons, and I'm not feeling that I'm going to have any guilt whatsoever if I am eating something that's not kind of Slimming World friendly. And that's, you know, for example, like on one day last week, my new boss was like, right, we're going out for lunch. There wasn't anything on the menu that that I could eat. And I just didn't want to make a fuss. I just wanted to enjoy my time and just get on with it. And I had a sandwich. I enjoyed it. And yeah, so I mean, that is just, I think, how moving forward I hope that I can be. I hope that I can be balanced, doing Slimming World where I can, and then on at other times where kind of other things are a priority, or I haven't got time, or I can't or don't want to fully stick to Slimming World. I'd rather kind of calorie count or whatever, that I can do that without feeling any guilt. Because previously, when I was being like mega strict on Slimming World, what would happen is, if I ate anything that, say I'd already eaten my healthy bee at breakfast and I'd had all brown at breakfast or something, and then I wanted to have a sandwich at lunchtime, I would feel like I had massively failed in some way by, going over my sins or using a second healthy extra bee, and that would spiral me into like crazy behaviours of like kind of thinking the whole of the rest of the day was a write-off. Now I don't feel like that. Now I feel like I just want to be sensible, and I'll absolutely follow Slimming World where I can, but on days where I can't or I don't want to, I won't, and I feel very okay about that. So when I went to group last night, I didn't know what the scales were going to say. I was feeling kind of like, I don't know, because one of the things obviously where you do have a few days where you're not food optimizing perfectly is I personally don't eat as much kind of fruit and veg, and so I feel like on days like that a bit more kind of, I don't know, a bit more bloated. So when I went to group yesterday, I just didn't know what the scales were going to say. I got there late, as I think I'm probably going to every week, because even like leaving work a little bit early, I don't know, the traffic, and I just don't think I'm ever going to be able to be there for the whole group. But I got there and watched, I saw probably about half of the group, and then I weighed at the end. Anyway, I got on the scales and I lost 1.5 pounds, weighing in at 12 stone 3.5, having lost 2 stone 3 pounds. So I am totally fine with that. I feel more importantly really than like the result on the scales, I feel like I have made headway with stopping that kind of boom bust kind of approach where I'm either like totally on it or either totally off it. I feel like hopefully I'm getting to a place where, if I do go out for a meal or for whatever reason I'm not like super Slimming World, I can have a meal, I can be sensible, I can eat whatever, and then kind of get on plan the next day without feeling like I've completely failed and written off my whole week and that everything's a disaster and I've ruined everything. Hopefully I'm getting to a place where, if one day I am calorie counting rather than doing Slimming World because I fancy a sandwich or something, then I can do that without feeling like a massive failure. So I just think that's how I'm going to have to be. Like I'm not always going to be in a situation where I can eat kind of Slimming World friendly food. And I really like the plan, but you don't always want to get out a plate, a knife and fork, make a kind of big fuss of your lunch. Like sometimes, and I'm probably being like massively paranoid, sometimes I just want to eat something like quickly and like not make a fuss of it. I just want to grab a sandwich and kind of get on with things, without lunch being like a big hoo-ha. But I don't know. I'm wittering on, of course. So yeah, that is my week in a nutshell. And moving forward, I expect my week to be more of the same, really. I am, coping with very early starts, and they're only going to get worse once the after the Easter holidays, when the roads are much, much busier. Like at the moment, even though I'm having an early start, it's definitely not as early as it's going to be after Easter when everybody's back. But I'll just have to deal with that. So, I'm going to do what I can and just keep moving forward, keep focused. I do want to keep losing weight, but not to the detriment of my life or feeling stressed or anything like that. And I have no regrets about this week. You know, I didn't go crazy. I ate sensibly. Like we all know when we're like really overeating, and we all know when we're not. And for me, I think sometimes with me on Slimming World, I go against instinct. So, you know, I'll eat something because it's like Slimming World friendly, but it's much higher calorie than, you know, what I'd probably be completely satisfied with. So I think sometimes, yeah, I'm, you know, I of course I'm carrying on with Slimming World, but there will be days where I'm just not doing it. And I don't want to give you the impression that I am being like super perfect little Slimming World at the moment, because I'm just not. I'm just doing my best, and that's all I can do. But anyway, that is my week. I'm sorry it's a bit garbled, just for a change. But I hope you are all okay. I hope you've had a good week. I hope you all have an absolutely lovely, lovely Easter weekend. And if you're off on holes at the moment, I hope you're having a great time. If you haven't weighed yet, good luck. If you have weighed, let me know how this week's been for you. I'd love to know. And I know people will be taking a wee bit of a, well, some people may take a little bit of a break over Easter. So if you do, I hope you have a really, really, really great weekend. And yeah, look forward to catching up with everybody in my next video. Take care. Bye.